a sit-down conversation with Her TV. I'm Karen Stephanie B. It took me a minute to get this dude to have an interview with, but we're finally here. We finally made it happen.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chuey Martinez.
What up? Hey.
Yes.
What's poppin', Her TV?
Welcome. Thank you again so much for just coming in. I know it's like spur of the moment, but thank you. I really appreciate it very much.
Absolutely, man. All good. Anytime.
Thank you. So just a little background. I read upon that you grew up in East LA. You launched your career at the age of 16 as a DJ, and then 9 years later, you went to the #1 hit music station, which is 102.7 KIISFM. And then I guess you grew into an on-air, or actually a correspondent for MTV's and back in 2007, right?
Yeah,
man. Yeah, and then you also was a host for All You Can Eat Meat on the Travel Channel, along with
All You Can Meet. Yeah.
All You Can Meet. Okay, cool.
All you can meet.
All you can meet. Okay.
There you go.
I got it.
All You Can Eat Meat. You know what? That would have been a great title too. I'd probably still have I'd be in my 8th season if that was the name of the show. But yeah.
Right? Oh my gosh. And then so you went to you contributed to ESPN, and then now you're on the Dish Network, Dish Nation. And then shout out to Sherry Shepherd because she's like killing it so far.
I love her.
Yeah, she's awesome. And then you have the Chuey Martinez Show on the Rey Network. And am I missing anything? Because you have a lot under your belt.
Just that, and just the radio stuff, and then the TV stuff, and I have my production company ChuMonGus, and developing a lot of awesome things there. And man, I got a couple irons in the fires. You know what I'm saying? I'm Latino. We hustle, we work. So it's like, we always got something going on. So, yeah.
Right. So taking it back to, there was an article on the Huff Post expressing your love and gratitude for East LA, your city, and then speaking that you're a product of immigrant field workers and the coal miners. And you also mentioned you're a single parent as a mother, that was your mother, your queen. But can you share a little bit more about how, your queen and the city of Los Angeles pretty much shaped and molded you? Because you remain a positive dude. So especially living in the concrete jungle as, LA. So how do you, keep positive all the time?
You know what? It's like you said, born in Echo Park, raised in East LA, SGV. That's where I kind of ran around. I think, growing up in the concrete jungle, like you said, man, it's like a crap game. You'd never know what you're gonna when you're rolling those dice, man. Sometimes you don't know what's gonna hit and what's gonna happen to you. Whether it be police violence or gang violence or just living in the city. You just never know what's gonna be the outcome. Thank God, and a bunch of crazy tias who kept my ass in check, and thank God to them, man, because my life could have turned out a lot different than it has if they weren't in my corner, Right. So, and I also think a lot of the success that I have is, after the LA riots, my mother realizing that she didn't want to raise her baby in LA no more, and and my great grandparents needing help, after the LA riots. We got up and we moved to Phoenix, Arizona.
Really?
So I went to high school and college out there, and if my mom wouldn't have made that happen for me, made that decision, my life would be a lot different, because I have a lot of friends that I grew up with here in LA that, have a lot of success, but then there's some that, ended up in prison, ended up dead, ended up on drugs, or all the above. So it could have been a gamble staying here in Los Angeles, but thank God that my mom decided to get us out of here and move me to Phoenix, Arizona for a little bit. And that's where it kind of all started. Phoenix, Arizona was kind of like the blocks, some of the blocks, and then came back to LA, and then just finished the whole house. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
It was crazy because dealing with a lot of the violence and a lot of the things that we have to deal with here in the hood in LA, that stuff was even crazier in Phoenix, Arizona, man. Growing up in LA, and having to deal with like Mexican gangs and all that, you know, and being in the streets and watching my back. Going to Phoenix, Arizona, in the neighborhood we were in, man, I went from dealing with Mexican gangs to just dealing with Crips in Phoenix, Arizona.
Wow.
It's a trip. It's a trip. It's a real trip. So I grew up, you know, with a bunch of Crips, and thank God that my cousin, you know, thank God my cousin was an OG from that hood.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what kind of kept me protected in the neighborhood that we were living in at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So people knew, you know, hey, that's such and such's cousin. Like, don't even mess with him. You know, don't even try it, because, you know, my cousin Carlos was like, he was the only Mexican in an all Crip gang. So he was like, he was lit. So
yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you his gang name, but yeah, he was crazy.
Yeah. Fed to watch him. Okay.
Yeah, but having that extra, it was crazy, because it's like you think the police are gonna protect you in situations like that, in neighborhoods like that. Nah, man, it's I grew up, you know, being protected by gang members and drug dealers. You know what I'm saying? The drug dealers showed us lots of love in the neighborhood and took care of us. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, it's that street code. You know what I'm saying? Growing up like that, you learn how to navigate differently. And I think just, you know, being surrounded by all that and having, of course, the strong foundation I did at home, it prepared me for all the bullshit that radio and TV and Hollywood had to, you know, it was going to hit me with. So I was ready for all the bullshit. I think that's why I've had so much success, not only with the humility, but just, you know, just being street smart and just having that, you know, just knowing, you know what I'm saying? Just knowing. And that's kind of helped me navigate through this crazy ass industry.
All right. That kind of brings me to my next question. I mean, you started this, you know, you've been in the game since you were 16. So that's so young, because I know when I was 16, I wasn't even thinking ahead of my time, and you did. So was it just, you know, everything that you just, you know, spoke about, was that part of the reason why you just started and pushing forward into your future?
You know what? I thank God that I found something that I was good at. You know, I was already hosting talent shows in 3rd and 4th grade. It's crazy. So like I already, you know, my third grade teacher, Mrs. Graffius, she like stopped me once in the classroom. She's like, Mr. Martinez, you sure do talk a lot. You should be a radio DJ. I'm like, damn. I was like, watch it. Hey, viejita, watch out. I'm gonna be a radio DJ one day. And you know, she planted that little seed in my head, and it eventually I found what I was good at, man. And I just never looked back.
So you were a part of a special project called Corosa, and you are the executive producer for this film. And can you walk us through that project, which I think is very important to be shared, because it honors the Latino women and how strong we are. And not only that, but it's like fighting against, you know, what is wrong with the legal system, and, you know, having history cover that up. So can you walk us through that? And then shout out to Catherine Boyd Batstone, because she's a writer for this film. And
the director.
The director, yes. So yeah, can you walk us through this film and how important it was for you to hop on this project and shed light to the issue?
You know what, man? Shout out to Kat, and shout out to Ashley and everybody involved. I was presented with the project on set of my talk show, the Chuey Martinez Show, by Ashley. Ashley came on set to visit me because we had met at a film festival. And she was like, yo, I want to come down to the studio and go check out a taping and talk to you about some things I got going on. I'm like, for sure, come through, let's talk, let's break some bread and talk some business, whatever, you want to chill out, whatever. I invited everybody to my show. But yeah, she presented me with this project, and she told me what it was about, and she sent me the script, and I was already familiar with the story of the Madrigal 10. You know, thank God again to my grandma and my mom. My mom told me what happened to these women in East LA. And, you know, when I read the concept and she broke it down to me, it was just like something my head was just like exploded, bro. I was just like, whoa, you guys are making this movie. You know, it's like those moments where you just know, like, I have to be a part of this. Like, I have to make sure that this story gets told, you know, not only for educational purposes, but to honor these women that were victims of these atrocities. You know, if you're not familiar with the Madrigal 10, it's a group of women who were sterilized by the USC medical facility in the 1970s without their consent. They were sterilized without their consent. And, you know, it was a huge story, and the women really never received justice. It's kind of a brutal story, but these are the stories that need to be amplified, you know, and these are the stories that need to be told, man, because, you know, if we don't tell our stories, who's going to tell our stories? We can't rely on anybody to tell our stories. We have to do it, you know?
Precisely, yeah.
So just being a part of this project and just, you know, just shedding light on such a story, I feel really, really honored, man. It's just like, you know, if I have the means to do something like this and to help push a project like this through and forward, I'm going to do it, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know a couple of my people talked about this film, and we honestly appreciate you because you're shedding light, and you're kind of, you know, like I said, I mean, within history, it gets covered. So to bring that to light, it means a lot to us. I've been keeping an eye on the release date. Do you know when that's going to come out? Because I know on May, I saw the trailer of it. So. Yeah.
Right now, we've been having some private screenings. We have just a bunch of private screenings, and we're doing the film festival circuit.
Mm-hmm.
And everything changed because of COVID.
Right.
Because of the coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
So trust me, we had a plan, and we were going to do this, this, and this, but, you know, coronavirus kind of like made us shift everything. And we've been shifting everything, and that's why we've been having way more private digital screenings, you know, on Zoom, on YouTube. So, you know, we kind of we've pivoted like the execution of how we're going to roll this thing out. It's definitely changed. It's definitely changed because of the pandemic, but we have a really big announcement coming soon, and you'll be able to see it everywhere. And we're also working on a long form version, on a feature length version of the film. We're working on the script now, and we're securing funding for that, and it's just an exciting time. And I can't wait to more people to even know about this story, because I think the world deserves it, and the women deserve for everyone to know what they went through, and they need to know this story. This is a part of history.
Very important. I agree. With that being said, though, have you already registered to vote? I have to ask you that.
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. Cool. We ready, man. We ready, bro. It's you know, I think we've seen enough.
Yes.
I think we've seen enough, and you know, this country's really divided, man. You know, and you know, it's a blessing and a curse to live in such an amazing country like this, because, you know, we can have differences. We can have differences, and it's okay not to agree on things. But you know what? When people are getting killed, when people are losing their lives, when people are being persecuted, when people are being mistreated, when there are kids being detained in borders, when they're being separated by their families, when people are getting run over at peaceful protests by cops, when the educational system isn't fair for everyone, and there aren't the resources for everyone, and I could go on.
Yeah.
I could go on and on. So yeah, there needs to be real change, and it's coming. It's coming. I think that the generation that's coming, you know, after us, and the generation after that generation is going to make some real change, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I feel like, like you just said, I mean, our next generation, hopefully they're more woke than us, because I feel like even now that, you know, this whole media thing, the social media is up, like Twitter, we have Instagram. I feel like we have more access to view stuff that isn't pleasant. I mean, it's kind of cutthroat, but I feel like it's much needed to wake us up and have the next generation do something about it, because we've been trying, and I mean, you know, hopefully, I have my faith, so we'll see. But with that being said, 59 days left, huh? Sorry, what'd you say?
With that being said, if this man wins again, I'm moving to Mexico, bro. Like I'm already looking at houses. I'm already looking at houses in Mexico, bro. I'm about to be living in Puerto Vallarta, or living in Guadalajara. I'm gonna be living in Guadalajara. I'm gonna be living somewhere. I'm gonna be living in Culiacan, somewhere, bro. Like we already gonna make that happen. Like I can't be here for that.
Yeah.
Especially with the treatment the continued treatment of people of color in this country.
Right.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. So with that being said, I do want to remind you guys, it's, you know, we have 59 days left. California offers voter registration online, by mail, or in person. So online voter registration is available at registertovote.ca.gov. So do that shit.
Do that shit.
So when you're not on air or being a media correspondent, what does Chuey like to do on his spare time to unwind, you know, the life of Chuey Martinez? How's that like?
Man, I love to be with my dog. I love to be with my family. I love to be, you know, chilling. I'm pretty chill. You know, consider, you know, this quarantine life, I was just like, damn, I already been living this life. Like this ain't that bad. You know, I love to travel. You know, I love to chill with my fam. I love to travel. You know, I love to go to the movies. I love to just, you know, read books. I love to hang out, man. I like to go get tacos. Like I'm simple, man. I'm a simple dude, man. I'm no frills with Chuey, man. It's like when I'm not working, I just like to chill out with my family and hang out and just, you know, take a little vacation, you know, when I can, and you know, and work on other things, you know, and put my energy on different things and different projects that I really want to make happen. You know, like this quarantine has really just kind of like made me focus even more on the stuff that I really want to do, and that's more producing, more writing, more acting. It's exciting. It's an exciting time. It's a really exciting time. But so when I'm not working, I'm working more. So I love to work. I love to work, man. I love to work. You know, I grew up really poor, man, and we didn't have shit. And I just told myself, you know, at a very young age, that I wasn't gonna struggle as an adult. You know, I struggled to like my mid-20s, and then it kind of like turned around after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we good now, man, and I'm blessed, and I love to give other people opportunities too. You know, I've been doing that for a while now, so it's like sometimes you'll give people opportunities that don't deserve it. But hey, you learn, keep it moving. You learn and keep it moving. But just, you know, continuing to do my thing, man, just like focus and just, you know, create some awesome art.
Nice. Well, we'll be looking out for that in the near future. So
thank you.
Yeah, definitely. So so my show is called Her TV, and it is inspired by Common's song, I Used to Love Her, Hip Hop in Its Essence is Real.
Love it.
So with that being said, when was the first time Chuey fell in love with her? Like the first hip hop track that you actually listened to and was like at odds?
Oh my God. It was either, wow, there's so many. A hip hop track that I was just like, damn, there's so many. Today Was a Good Day by Ice Cube, Nothing But a G Thing by Dre and Snoop. Like Gin and Juice, like that whole, like all that like early 90s, you know, West Coast hip hop. It was just, for me, it was everything. Especially like back in the day, there was this thing called The Box on TV.
Yeah, I remember.
And it was on regular TV, and you pick up your phone and you can order videos. In each video, every time you requested a video, it was $4.99. And man, sometimes I used to request Today Was a Good Day like 4 times in a row. And then the phone bill came, and my mom whizzes to zip my ass. She's like, my mom was like, who the fuck, what the fuck is Box, and why is that shit? I think I rented it for like $85. My mom kicked my ass.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, it was that time, just being, you know, in front of the TV during the summer with my homies, watching those videos. It was just like, damn, that moment in hip hop, that moment in music history, that was for me, it was just like one of the pinnacles of music. It was great. It was great to witness that and see that and be a part of it, and kind of feel like I was, you know, there, you know. But yeah, those videos and that music and those sounds were definitely just like, yeah.
I love it. So I call this the legacy question, and I ask this to my guests a lot, how important it is when it comes to building your own legacy, not only in the media field, but within yourself. How important is that for you?
You know what, man, it's important to me, but you know what, I just want my legacy to be like, yo, Chuey Martinez, that cat was dope. That cat worked his ass off. That cat did a lot for the community. He helped a lot. He helped a lot of people, and he was humble as fuck, and he was cool, and he worked his ass off, and he deserves everything he had. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want my legacy to be, man. I just want to continue to pay it forward and continue to give opportunities to people, you know, while I'm on this planet, man, and just, you know, and tell stories and give folks a helping hand, man, because, you know, a couple of people that gave me a helping hand coming up in the game. And if I could do that for a number of people, I'll continue to do that, you know, and especially if it's, you know, our people and people of color, my Black brothers and sisters who need us more than ever right now. You know, I think that's what I want my legacy to be, you know, just a cat that just did his thing, didn't compromise himself for anyone, you know, and just he was a force, you know, and you know, when people say my name when I'm out of here, man, not on this universe anymore, I want them to smile, man. You know, there might be those people that say, man, yo, fuck that guy, but you know what? I'm gonna come back and haunt their house and see why they're saying that shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, I would like to know why people would say fuck that guy, but whatever. That's a whole other conversation. But yeah, he was just a cool. I just want people to say, man, he was a cool cat. I like that guy. That's it.
I love that.
But you know what? Everybody's not gonna like you, so it is
true.
what it is. Yeah.
What would you tell your younger self? Things that, you know, you had a couple things to give advice, what would it be?
Man, there was, I don't know, man. I would I would tell my younger self, don't be such a pain in the ass. Don't be such a pain in the ass. Be nice to your mom. Be nicer. Don't be such a travieso. Don't put your mom through so much shit. You know, I was a little badass. I was running through the streets, being bad on my skateboard, getting into fights. I don't know how many fights I got into in the Montebello Town Center. Like, I can't even tell you. We're just bad. We go to Whittier Boulevard, get into fights. It's just bad, bro. It's just so bad. I would just tell my younger self, you know what, man, just grind it out. Doing you, work hard, be a good person. Have love in your heart, you know, things are going to get better, bro. Trust me, things are going to get better. So, you know, I wouldn't tell them too much, but I would just tell them like, yo, I'll be like, yo, you're good, bro. Just listen to your mom and just be a good boy, man. Just continue to be a good boy. I was a good boy, but I could be a little bit of travieso. I got into some trouble.
Yeah.
But yeah, just keep doing you, bro, and don't let nobody stop you. I would tell that to anybody who's watching this, any child, any teenager, any person that has aspirations to do big things. Like, don't let nobody stop you, man. Don't let nobody tell you can't do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a Dominican Mexican, 6'4", chubby, bearded man from East LA. Like, I shouldn't be on the TV, bro. I shouldn't be on your radio. I shouldn't be making movies. Like, I shouldn't. You know, but I'm doing it.
Definitely. And that's very honorable.
And you're a good person, bro, you're going to be fine.
Well said.
Thanks, man.
Any special projects in the near future that you're allowed to share with us that's coming out soon? I'm real stealth with mine. I really don't talk about anything I'm doing. I just kind of just surprise people and blow them up. It's like, surprise. And they're just like, damn, Chuey did that. So I love doing that. That's the best feeling in the world. I've got a lot in the works right now. I've got couple TV shows in the works. Season 2 of my talk show, the Chuey Martinez Show. Gonna start working on that soon. First season, we did 40 episodes. That's on Amazon. Go check that out. It's streaming everywhere. It's on Apple. All that. Go check it out. The Chuey Martinez Show. Entire season 1. Season 2 will be coming soon. Just again, like I said, more TV shows. Me hosting, me in front of the camera, behind the camera. And then working on a bunch of films, man. The second season, do you know when it's gonna come out, or there's still
no? Again, because of the Rona, we don't know what is happening. So we're trying to figure out, we're trying to figure out production schedules, and we're trying to figure out like the proper protocols. Like I was supposed to start shooting season 2 in April. And it's just because the Corona just messed everything up. And I really didn't want to put any of my crew at risk, my cameramen and my amazing crew. I didn't want to put any of them at risk to possibly get this crazy ass fucking disease.
Right.
I don't want anybody get hurt. So I was like, you know what, let's chill out. We'll regroup when we can regroup, and we'll figure this thing out. So right now we're regrouping little by little and figuring it out. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Well, thank you so much, Chuey, for joining me today. Again, I truly appreciate you taking the time, effort to just come through and show your girls some love.
Anytime, man.
But yeah, man, you're welcome back anytime. And
hey,
her TV, baby, Chuey Martinez, everybody. All love. Let's go.
Hey.